I'm going to be pointing out some features of the brain. I have my sheep's brain, my clay brain. We're looking at this from the superior orientation of the brain. Here we have the cerebrum, both halves separated by a longitudinal fissure. This would be the cerebellum of each brain. If I were to lift away the cerebellum for each, what lies underneath, you'd see the superior cerebral or cerebellar peduncle. It's in green here. It's not quite as clear on the sheep's brain. I believe it's this region right here. Open up the brain. You see these two rounded structures right here would be the, I open my brain over here also, we're looking at the thalamus. And in between the thalamus, you'll see the pineal gland. And on my clay model, mine fell off, but you'd also see the inferior and superior colliculus. Inferior colliculus is my two black dots right here. My inferior colliculus are the two white dots right here. I'm having a little trouble keeping mine together, but we flip this over to view the dorsal side. You'll see this is the pons. On my sheep's brain, that region is right here. You can see this is the fourth ventricle right here. On my clay model, fourth ventricle would be interior to this part. And I believe I actually tore the ventricle. It's somewhere underneath this flap in the sheep's brain. This is the medulla. This area right here is the middle peduncle, and the inferior peduncle is right here. On the sheep's brain, the middle peduncle would be here and here, and the inferior peduncle would be somewhere below here. This is would be the optic chiasma right here. You can see this is the third ventricle right in here. Flip this back over. Open this up a little. You can see the lateral ventricle right here, and the corpus callosum, which is right in here. You can see more of that ventricle. This region to me looks like it may be the fornix. If I look at my brain from the side view, here's the corpus callosum here with the fornix. This would be the third ventricle tucked back in there, with this black region being the cerebral aqueduct that connects the third ventricle to the fourth ventricle. This would be the hypothalamus. This is my pituitary gland, which is supposed to be connected by an infundibulum. And in front of that is the optic chiasm, excuse me. And this purple region right here, that would be the hypothalamus. This yellow region is my lateral ventricle, which actually curls up into the brain kind of like a horn. Sheep's brain, here's the pineal gland right here, and just pull away some of the interior. Hypothalamus would need to be in this region, somewhere in here in the middle brain. It's definitely more difficult to see the features of an actual brain than a clay model. But those are the features of the brain.